Real Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
I told you I hooked up with P. I ended up giving him 3 beats.
Yeah.
One of them went on here.
Ghetto cheese.
I don't know my wife no more than I know about it.
Yeah.
And you did most of Sebo's music, right?
Man,
Or
I
you-
did all his stuff, all his first album. The only album I didn't do was Gas Chamber because Mike Mosley had already did it before I even met Sebo.
Yeah.
I met T after he did the Gas Chamber, but the albums after that.
Sebo being a Sacramento cat had got some of the best production, being that they was reaching out for resources because he got people like Mike Mosley and he got people like you know, that had already did what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty tight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was unique, you know, and I wanted to just give him
What you did on that Nutty Professor right there?
Richie Rich Pillow. The
Lay
Pillow
your head
song.
on my pillow.
Lay your head
And
on
was
my Raphael?
Dwayne played on it, but it was another guy that sounded like Raphael singing.
Don't do
that.
Get the
he's
fuck
dope.
Out of here.
Yeah,
What
he's
was that
dope.
about?
We couldn't get Raphael, but we got Dwayne. Rich got Dwayne to play on it. He played the guitar. But the dude that's singing, I think his name was
Couldn't have
Will.
told me that was not Ralphie.
Yeah, he dope. He sounds just like. I think his name was Will, if I'm not mistaken.
What the fuck?
How long did you know this guy before he passed?
Man, he came over to No Limit before it was over with. Before I left, and P used to tell me, man, this is like the Tupac of the South.
Hold on.
Soulja Slim.
Hold on. Before we get to Soulja, one more time though. That's not Raphael.
Come on.
Oh, nothing. You know, I wonder how many times motherfuckers ask him. You know what I'm saying? How did it feel to do that song?
He probably like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, go back to Soulja though. What you did on Soulja Slim?
Street Life. That's yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't in the studio when he did this. See, that's another thing. Some songs that was done on my music, I wasn't there for the outcome. I wasn't there for you know, they just took the beat and rap to it.
Okay.
I would have never let it go down like that.
Would you would have cleaned it up more?
It would have been way tighter. The single would have been way tighter. His lyrics would have been more locked in. You know, he was kind of, you know, rapping and wasn't locking with the beat. It almost sounded like
Silk to Shopping, which is coming up.
But people love it. You know, YouTube, they love that song. Straight Life.
What's that? Ghetto Dope? Oh, that's Snoop Dogg. What's that right there?
This was Ghetto D. Oh wait, approved.
Boy, that's
how's that
reissued.
It's
reissued.
Yeah.
And it's a story behind that, you know, that we just recently. Well, I guess everybody know. You know, Wack 100 said Master P lost his catalog, so I think this was part of that.
Somebody else owned that, but you still good.
It was under Capitol Records, I believe.
That motherfucker say Snoop Dogg approved.
Yeah.
It was a reissue through Priority.
Yeah, reissue through the.
Damn.
Yeah, trying to do something.
And then you kind of told us how you felt about Ice Cream Man.
Yeah,
that was also one of the tracks that was in that little mix of 3 that I gave him before we lined up.
Which track? What song?
Time for 187.
Is it time for 187?
Oh yeah, time for 187.
Time for 187.
I did look that up.
Yeah,
you're right.
Damn, man, you got the crazy catalog, man. You got.
This is so much fucking history here. This I'm Bout It soundtrack, man.
And I got the single. Right there, single. If I could change.
If I could change.
Big letters on there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Out of all this little ass shit.
That's the one. That's the one that got him on MTV.
That's crazy.
He was thanking me for that for a while, man. That's because they wouldn't. He was trying to get that song. I always feel like the feds watching me song.
Yeah.
MTV wasn't rocking with it, so.
Damn.
If I could change.
I'm looking at like at least 5 Marvaless albums over here.
I did all the Marvaless stuff. Every once in a while, my wife would tell me, send Marvaless some music.
Yeah, man, Marvaless.
Just on the strength.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, her last single.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
Which one?
Marvaless single we did. Champions.
That was as a recent.
I just sent that to her. Yeah. Well, I sent it to her a while back, and she kind of slept on it for a while. I just sent her 2 more tracks not too long ago.
I gotta ask you this before we get out of here, because
Mr. Buster.
That's Mr. Buster.
Drew,
Mr. Buster.
before you get out of here, I want you to talk about how you ended up in with a federal case, because DJ Daryl has, for the most part, I guess, been known to wiggle through pretty smooth. You know what I'm saying?
So-
and then you get to Vegas.
They got his ass.
So what happened was, it was during that whole time with the crisis on the houses, right?
Oh, okay.
So I was selling homes.
Okay.
And I buy a small home, sell it, get to the house that I really wanted to get in.
Okay.
So I get this one house. They tricked me. It was a $500,000 house, right? But technically, it wasn't a $500,000 house.
Okay.
It was $499,000.
Okay.
So what happened was, the bank that gave me the loan for it, they sold my loan to another bank, and it was a balloon loan, and they was charging me crazy, and then it was broken up in twos.
Okay.
So I couldn't keep up with the payment.
No, the balloons,
it was only $3,000 a month. But like I said, I'm in a transitional state.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what kind of music I need to be making right now. Right now, hyphy seem to be selling.
Right.
But I ain't doing hyphy.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you got 50 Cent bringing gangster rap back.
Right.
But I can't find no other gangster rappers, so
Yeah.
I'm not really selling no music.
Yeah.
So I lined up with my childhood friend, Fat Man. He got a hustle. He get money out the banks, and it sounds simple, and it was wire transfers, wire fraud, and bank fraud is what I was charged with.
Okay.
And it was a dude that was working with him that got caught up. He snitched on everybody, told on everybody. So I ended up getting 3 years on it.
End up getting 3 years.
Yeah.
And that hurt. That hurt, especially during the time you're going through divorces and the music fucked up.
My wife held me down for those 3 years.
Okay, by then you had
I was big. I got my wife right here, and she
Fortunately,
held me down for the whole.
I had a wife. I guess that took your points down, son.
No, my wife right here. She held me down the whole time.
Yeah. So where did you end up? You ended up at did you go you was behind a wall? You went
to a camp first.
Okay, you went to a camp.
But I got caught up.
You had a phone
with a cell phone.
Of course.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Clee, man. He one of the co-hosts of this show, man. And this nigga is crazy. Like he got caught with a beer.
Beer.
Yeah, man. He had beer in the cooler. I think that cooler is his, and he probably had the same one up in what was he in Lawn Park? What was Clear? I don't know where the fuck he was at with Sheraton when he got caught.
Man,
nigga had a motherfucking beer, probably a cool. I remember when he got there, right? And I heard a nigga ask him, man, you want one of these McDonald's burgers? He said, man, nah, if y'all get some fish fillets and shit, let me know. I said, man, y'all niggas got it like that? He like, yeah, I said, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I said, is niggas leaving rappers and shit around? I said, man, I'll be cleaning up behind niggas. I would never lose. Nigga, we'll be the most, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so how was that though? You went away for 3 years, you away from the wife. You in there, you thinking about music?
Oh, I was doing music.
Okay.
So what happened was, Big Hen was at the camp with me.
Okay.
And it was his phone I got caught up with. He was supposed to be watching my bag. The CEO caught me trying to hide the phone. He never found my phone. Okay. He found everybody else's phones though.
Okay.
So the ward at the time was a female. She was like, I hadn't even been there a whole month. I was on there for like a week and a half, and she was like, you gotta go.
Okay. You bringing the bullshit to the unit.
Yeah.
So
and it wasn't even you.
I was like almost like a year in transition. I went from Atwater to Dublin. Dublin is like it's a female prison there, but it's like a
federal detention center.
Yeah, so you can transition.
So
I went to there to Victorville, Victorville to Arizona, where they call the Cheesecake Factory, another transitional spot, to Safford.
Okay.
And the first person I see when I hit the yard, Black. Him and Chew.
Yeah.
He was
Saw Black
a
on the
man.
picture with you.
He was a man.
What's up, too? Here comes Daryl walking up.
Because see, what happened was my paperwork, I got to the yard before my paperwork did. Okay. So they can't let you on the compound, really, if your paperwork is not there.
It's not there, yeah.
So I had to go to the shoot and wait for my paperwork to come.
About how long?
It was like maybe 4 or 5 days in the shoot.
And that's 23-hour lockdown, right?
Yep.
That was killing.
You have to tell them what the shoe is. The fans don't know. It's the special housing unit.
Yeah, it's a special housing unit where you lock down for 24 hours. 23 hours. 23 hours.
23
and when that hour, what you got the shower, the phone call, the workout,
my shower, and everything was right there in my cell.
Okay, so you didn't have to waste that time on that. That's good.
Yeah,
and they let me out right when everybody. So all the people that I came there with, they already situated. They already got their place where they gonna sleep and all that. I'm learning everything about the politics of the yard from Black and Shoe. They lacing me so.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got you, baby.
We got you, man.
The rest was his.
Got you. Don't worry about nothing.
So you pretty much was able to ride out your bid pretty smooth.
So while I was in there, I'm making beats.
Yeah.
You know, they had a little music room with a little drum machine and all these big speakers and stuff. So I go in there and hook the speakers up the right way. And the drum machine, I done found an 808. That's all I needed on the drum machine. It was a little bitty beat machine.
Right.
But I'm making beats, and you got like a little bass line sound in there.
You got all the little prisoners want to rap to your beats.
Everybody, man, they even start forming little ciphers. And, you know, one day I'm sitting at the basketball court. I noticed about 15 guys sitting around me talking about, hey, D, check this out. I got this little rhyme.
Everybody want to get signed when they get on.
Just the fans, so you got brothers from all over, so you got to think about it. You know how influential that down south music was, that No Limit. So they like, man, this is beats by the pound. I got to impress Daryl.
But the cold part is, I'm walking on yard. You know, you got little headphones with a little Walkman and stuff. You know, they got the little music choice station playing. Keep your head up playing every.
Wow.
Everybody in the yard knows you.
No, I can do you one even better. So while I'm there, Interscope come through there looking for me.
Okay.
Behind a Tupac song. And
they came made you a visit.
They came up there to the to Stafford to meet with me.
Damn.
I heard that.
Yeah, there was a deposition behind a Tupac song.
Wow.
And the CEOs was like, who are you?
Man, who are you, man?
You got some big wigs coming to see.
Companies coming up here to see him.
Yeah, this shit different.
I'm like,
So
that changed your respect up in there, huh? I'm sure it did.
Fast forward to now, and you coming home with, and man, God has blessed you with being able to have your musical talent and being able to, you know, take care of you and your family and be able to do that type of stuff. But now, coming into now and doing music right now. So what do you have out now? What have you done since prison? And like what's your process and what you got going on, period?
Okay, so what I had to do, I had to learn everything. And when I mean everything, I had to learn how the new technology is working. You know, because when I came home, I'm familiar with Pro Tools and I'm familiar with all the different DAWs that people are using, but I don't know how it worked really. So I had to learn all of it.
Okay.
So years, I mastered Pro Tools, mastered it. I'm making music in Pro Tools, but they got all these upgrades. Got all these upgrades. So they had an upgrade to my computer, and I lost everything that I had made in Pro Tools. Right. My wife
upgrade wasn't compatible with Apple.
Yeah.
So it wiped it out.
Wiped it out, and
I lost hella interviews like that.
So what I had to do. I had to move to Logic.
Okay.
So I learned Logic and I got it locked down. Okay. So now I had to learn the DAW. So I got that locked. Then I had to learn how to mix my music with the new way that the new digital way. Then I had to learn how to master my own music.
Okay.
And I had to learn how money is being made from the music. So the whole time I've been home, me and my wife.
In the lab, huh?
My wife, she got the game. She got a lot.
She on point.
Yeah, because she was running my company while I was down. Because I had another lady that was running my company. She was robbing me. Well, she wasn't running my company. She was just administrating my publishing.
Okay.
And she was robbing me. She didn't even want to let me go.
Yeah.
My wife discovered it.
Yeah.
And my wife fired her.
Okay.
And she wouldn't accept the fire from my I had to fire her from prison.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to. It was crazy, man.
Wow.
Like written paperwork, like you are fired. Like
yes.
It's not verbal no more.
it's over with. And she's you know, she's still been kind of like robbing me. You know, we go get to her though. You know, it's some time because she's a big dog out in L.A.
Okay.
You know, she know how to slide and hide money here and there and paperwork and all that. She's real good. You know, but she know we gonna be on her.
Yeah.
So I had to learn all that, and then once I got all that done and mastered, now I'm trying to deal with the artists. The artists are different from what I'm used to dealing with.
Very different.
Like I said, it used to be a time where I can just say, "Man, here, this is for you.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's a slapper."
Yeah.
And they was just like, "Okay," and take it.
Yeah.
And be like, "Man, you was right. It was a slapper." Now, hey, just send me the beat.
Right.
And then I send over some beats, you know, and I try to mess the mix up on the beat a little on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my music just kind of floating around, so I might make the kick drum too loud or too heavy or something. Yeah. Something to where they can't really use it.
Yeah.
Because I done learned from, you know, messing Mars still and stuff. You know, I done learned.
That's smart.
So people be coming back like, "Oh man, yeah, I was kind of looking for something that was like a little more like this or a little more like that. You know how they doing it over here?
Yeah.
I kind of want the hi-hats to swing like this, or I want the kick drum like that, or you know, something like that." I was getting all them kind of requests, and I'm like, So I figured this is what I'm gonna do, cause I can't really. I'm not from Atlanta, so I can't give you an Atlanta sound. I'm from Oakland. I can give you a mob sound.
Right.
But now, at the time, nobody's trying to do mob. They trying to step away from the hyphy sound, but they not really trying to step to the mob sound. So they kind of like in transition. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I need to do music that I like, that I know that's gonna work. So I need to find a way to interlock the mob sound with today's style of music. You know, the way they roll different things in the music.
Right.
So I took some time to master that. Then now I got it mastered. But trying to work with the artists, I'm trying to give the artists this sound, but they scared of it because it's new. It ain't nothing they familiar with.
Right.
They want to go to something that they didn't heard.
Already know.
Yeah, that's been forced on them.
Something that's easy to them
already.
Yeah.
So, you know, a few artists I try to rock with. I try to rock with Young Junior. Young Junior popping now.
Young Junior. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad you said that because Junior has what it takes to take Oakland rap to the next level. Right? He just need more of what he was already doing. And it needs to add the mob element. That's us.
Young Junior was with me.
Yeah.
He was with us. Me and my wife was rocking with him, but Junior was going through some things himself, and he wasn't really focused. You know, he was focused on some other, you know, on life at the time. So I can't knock him. Yeah. And then I try to rock with
You had Jordan Carter, right?
Jordan.
Yeah.
She's still young. She's you know, I was trying to give her a more mature sound, but she was still. She wanted, you know, she's still having fun.
Having fun.
Yeah. So I couldn't really knock that. Yeah. You know, and we have an artist from DC. There's R&B. He's dope, Eastman. You know, but you know, it's hard to get people to really understand what goes into this business. You know, you have to show by example. Right now people only go by what they can see. You know, if I'm riding around in a Rolls Royce and I'm telling them you got to do this, maybe they'll listen.
Exactly.
You know, but if I ain't got on 5-6 chains and rocking Rolls Royces and all that, they can't hear it.
I'm just trying to stay racked up like you. Put an 8 in a 1 and do magic. Tryna stretch hair on like elastic. Eco-friendly drug dealer, I don't waste no plastic. Use all 4 corners of that baggie. All I ever wanted was a bankroll. So I pull up on Champ before the bank close. Say no to stank hoes and stank clothes. No paramedic pimpin', nigga, we don't save hoes. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil' M.